Welcome back to another episode of Point Away Debates. I am your host, King Steegs. And we're just going to jump right into it. So, Houston, Kansas City.
Hey, that was a good game, man. Well, Kansas City did their thing. This might be Watkins. Watkins might have two other good games, like he did. I mean, first game of the season.
What's funny though?
He might have
just
two.
Talking about Sammy, probably like 2 episodes ago.
I thought you said Watson.
He said Watkins.
No, I said Watkins.
Oh, my bad. Okay, all right.
Who was Watson?
Deshaun Watson. No. I thought you was talking about.
Oh, no. Watson. Watson will probably have.
He just looked frustrated.
He probably gonna have a decent season.
I mean,
he ain't got a lot of offensive weapons. They don't stay healthy.
Yeah, so I'm just saying he looked frustrated.
He gonna be frustrated.
But I'm saying, hold on, let's do this though. Kenny Stills, at one point, they notable, not no huge name. I'm just saying Kenny Stills, Randall Cobb. That's what I'm saying. And then Brandon Cooks,
third strings.
I about to say he has a bunch of secondary options. It's not you don't have a DeAndre Nuke no more. You know what I'm saying? Like so, yeah, I get that.
Why they call him Nuke? Cause you throw bombs.
Why do they call him Nuke?
Why do they call him
Nuke?
Hopkins.
I seen fantasy. You see my fantasy name was straight out of Hopkins because I got him.
Boy, I'm dead.
It was cool for 6, but I got Hopkins. I traded for Hopkins. I'm like,
I don't know. So with the narrative for Deshaun Watson, I think that they just took away everybody. Oh, why would you give up Hopkins? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't give you the answer, but I just felt like, okay, well, we're gonna take him away. You got Duke Johnson, David Johnson coming out of the backfield, and then you got Will Fuller, Randall Cobb, Brandon Cooks, and Kenny Stills. Like, I think they just said, okay, we're gonna put a bunch of notable characters around him versus having one huge X factor.
That's not how the NFL is set up for you to win.
No, that's not how it's set up for Deshaun Watson
to win or that system.
That there is no team set up to win like that without the NFL. The NFL is a receiving league. Most teams gonna have an elite receiver over there, right?
Agreed.
Russell Wilson might be the only.
I'm not saying Russell Wilson.
He said most.
Jets.
No, do you
think they're going to win?
I'm just talking about
No, I'm saying like let's say in the last 6 years. We got the Chiefs.
To win it all, somebody gonna have a
you gonna have an elite receiver. Didn't when the Eagles won, they traded Alshon. Didn't Alshon Jeffrey get traded from the Bears that season?
Yes, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
He would no wait. Here's the thing. To answer your question,
you can argue.
I'm gonna say now was he top 5? Now anybody saying all that, but yeah, he was an elite receiver. You know what I'm saying?
Zach Ertz.
I don't really want to spend too much time on that game for the simple fact, like I say, it was really about what is the time.
What game do you want to spend time?
That's what I'm saying. We can get there.
You ain't even named it. I just wanted to talk about the Chiefs right quick. The running back balled out.
I was about to say
he the only one. Hey, that boy balled out. Watkins balled out.
Edwards,
team. It was he balled out. He
25 rushes, 138 yards.
That lets you know how good LSU was as a team. It wasn't all Joe Burrow.
That boy gonna be their future.
What?
Sammy Watkins 7 receptions. Travis Kelce 6. Tyreek Hill 5.
How good are you? How good would Patrick Mahomes be?
If he had an elite running back too. Boy.
Oh, listen, they didn't give him $400 million, you know what I'm saying, over the next 10 years to watch him have to stand back in the pocket and get hit for the next 10 years.
Oh, that's okay. So you saying that's what the Texans did for Deshaun Watson?
Facts. They did.
Yeah, so
you still ain't got no O-line, but you gave away your best receiver. You ain't got no O-line.
So you don't got no receiver and no O-line.
Chiefs back in Super Bowl form so far.
Why you think he got sacked like 61 times last year?
Let me see.
Seattle, Atlanta. He hold the ball a lot, but he still had no lineman.
Matt Ryan trash. Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson.
Wait, hold on. 37 to 54.
He threw that many times.
Yeah, 37.
Say it again. You threw it that many times. How many rushes? How many touches did Ty Gurley have?
He only had 14.
That's the problem right there.
No, how many yards?
54 times.
93.
56 yards for 14. No, you took how many yards? Who? The running back?
Ty Gurley only had 56 yards.
Only had 56 yards.
He only had 14.
As a unit, they had just slightly above 75 yards total.
Listen, overall, the number wise, yeah, that's good. Number wise, if you're doing that, most likely you should win the game. For the most part, probably.
When the other quarterbacks throw 31 of 35, you're not necessarily supposed to win it.
That boy was 31 of 35?
Russell Wilson was 31 of 35, 88% completion, 322 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
You're going to lose. Their defense trash. You can't get to the quarterback.
Now, in Matt Ryan's defense, he threw 68% completion, 37-54 for 450 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
But you can't ask nobody that's not clutch to be in clutch situations to throw the ball 54 times.
And again,
set up for failure.
Let's look.
Set up for failure. Phillip Rivers throw the ball that many times, and what happened?
Look, Who has better talent around them?
Super Bowl. Phillip Rivers.
True.
At his best.
Who has better talent around them? That's what I look at most times.
Offensive wise, we know who got better talent. Offensive wise.
So 2 years.
Of course, the Falcons. What you mean?
Okay, no, I'm making sure.
And Calvin and Julio both had 9 catches. I'm not mistaken.
Well, but before we jump, I'm gonna say this. Julio, Ridley, and Ty Gurley are very notable, but so is Carlos Hyde, DK Metcalf, and Greg Olsen. I'm not saying that they're better than the Atlanta roster. I'm just saying these are notable names. Yeah, Carlos Hyde. Listen,
you'd been better off naming DK Metcalf for a rookie. Who is?
That's what I said. DK Metcalf. His receiving options are DK Metcalf that I'm gonna bring up. No, stop. And Greg Olsen. That's Tyler Lockett does need to be mentioned for a certain reason, but Tyler Lockett is not a game in, game out.
Hey, I feel the same way.
Tyler Lockett put up 8 receptions, 92 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect it. You know what I'm saying? DK Metcalf, four receptions, 92 yards.
I respect Tyler Lockett, but he is a
wow. But what I say before? All right, my bad.
But I'm gonna say this too though. DK Metcalf, the league is in trouble.
But hey,
that last playoff game that he played in, I kept saying, all right, watch next season.
He was nice at Ole Miss.
No, facts.
I'm not convinced.
Big, strong.
Okay, so there was a knock against him because it was like Des Bryant-esque. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really.
He got a route tree though.
I don't want to hear nothing about Des Bryant again. I'm sick
but
of
it's not.
I'm not saying it's top tier, but
okay, I'm saying, but everybody was just saying, oh, well, he's just gonna be your deep threat. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just listen.
So they got 2 deep threats in Tyler Lockett and him.
If this is what it's gonna look like for the rest of the season, I will say they should be looking at NFC Championship for the season.
Josh Gordon should be coming back too. If he can stay healthy and get his head in the game or whatever, they're gonna your possession receiver right there.
I agree. So you got
if Chris Carson can stay healthy.
Like I said, I'm not gonna spend too much time on that, but I will say this. Julio, Calvin Ridley, and Russell Gage all had 114 yards plus on 9. They all had 9 receptions. All had over 114 yards. Yep. So Gage 114, Ridley 130, Julio 157.
That's on your defense.
Not even that.
31 for 35, bro. That is great.
No, I'm not knocking that. That defense has always had questions. It's always been a question. But you talking about you got 2 of the best receivers in the NFL. You supposed to be you're in year 12, 11, you supposed to be a top tier quarterback. You supposed to win some games. You supposed to come to the line and say, hey, because again, they weren't getting.
No, both quarterbacks did what they were supposed to do. Now, I will say I did not see the interception, but hey, one threw interception, one did not. But both quarterbacks did what they supposed to do.
The ball off a little bit more.
I mean,
take a little pressure off the defense.
Cliff, it was a 38-25 game. Like, I'm just saying, like, the other team put up 38 points. As a quarterback, I'm not saying Matt Ryan is just one of the best. I'm just saying, as a quarterback, what else can you do?
If he would have missed 4 throws and he threw over 30, you go win.
Russell Wilson was Russell Wilson.
And no pick, exactly. Yeah.
Matt Ryan was Matt Ryan.
Suspicious at best. I got you.
Suspicious?
Yeah, choke artist.
Listen, I will take 68% completion on 450 yards with 2 touchdowns any day. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you be better? Obviously, Russell Wilson did better. You know what I'm saying? With less yardage, better completion percentage, more touchdowns, no interceptions, you can be better. But
35. That is crazy.
Crazy as hell. Let me see. Jets in Buffalo.
Didn't see it, but I seen some highlights. Anybody know what Stephon Diggs
Le'Veon got injured, and I think what they did report originally was he's supposed to miss a couple games. He might be out for the season.
Hey, Allen.
Frank Gore's on the roster though.
Yeah, I know. Let me see. Allen.
Josh Allen?
I want to see what Josh Allen do.
33 or 46.
Now he got talent. He athletic.
33 or 46 for 312 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I just got to see.
33 or 46, 71% completion.
He threw 46 times.
Yep, 312 and 2 touchdowns.
Just trash, but that ain't bad for him.
He also led the league. He also led, the team in rushing. 14 rush attempts, 57 yards and a touchdown.
How many yards?
57 yards on the ground. 57.
No, how many throw?
312.
At the end of this episode, we're gonna say we should have waited.
To watch it.
Yeah, come on.
He also lost. He looked like he lost 2 for me.
No.
Stephon Diggs 8 of 86. Cole Beasley 458. Like these are the names that we gonna pull off.
He doing what he do. Josh Allen doing what he do to get the receivers. If they gonna push for beating Cam and the New England Patriots in that division, because that's what
they have no excuse not to be the number 1 seed.
They don't.
You talking about the Jets?
The Bills. The Bills have no excuse.
So you think they're better? So y'all think they're better than the Patriots?
No question.
Yes.
As far as talent, yes. As far as coaching, and we'll see.
Talent, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And all them players that from the Patriots that
I already picked the Patriots to win the division.
Now, facts.
If you want to go back to an episode, what's your boy name?
Yeah, you picked the Patriots to be 9-6.
I picked the Patriots to possibly win the division.
No, you said 9-7.
You can still win your division like that.
Yeah, you can.
What do you mean 9-7?
You can. But nah, the Buffalo.
I said 9-7 because they had like 8 players on the defense that opted out because of COVID.
But did it matter? Well, they played the Dolphins.
Still can win their division.
They played the Dolphins. Let's wait till they play somebody good.
Sam Darnold 21-35, 215 yards.
He played for the Jets.
1 TD, 1 interception. Frank Gore was the leading rusher, six rushing attempts, 24. They're gonna have to run the ball more if they want to keep Sam Darnold healthy. I'm sorry. He was sacked 3 times.
Don't trash.
I'm dead. Jamison Crowder. I just want to say this before we move on to the next team. Jamison Crowder was an individual that I watched play, you know what I'm saying, against Dallas 2 times a year, and I kept thinking to myself, man, look, if he go to a system where they can utilize him, he gonna be a bad booger. 7 receptions for 115. Yeah, that's fine. 7 receptions for 115 yards and a touchdown. Like his longest was 69.
Was you born in 1940?
Nigga, look like it.
You
old booger looking like it.
You older than me. Who we got?
Bartholomew.
Chicago and Detroit.
I ain't seen none.
Didn't know.
Trubisky still play quarterback.
Trubisky, as much noise they talk about Trubisky.
He put some on the money.
And he dropped 3 touchdowns and I think over 300 yards, right?
Nah, he was 242. But I remember seeing highlights and I'm thinking to myself, he's throwing some better passes than last year. Now, is he gonna be, you know,
like
an quarterback
game,
like now? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But Mitch Trubisky, 20 of 36, 55% completion, 242 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
And didn't they come back? They came back. Yeah, they was losing.
I think they did. They did come back.
They come back. I think Trubisky.
We gonna talk about the end of the game in just a second. Matt Stafford 24 of 42, 57% completion, 297, 1 TD, 1 interception. Adrian Peterson, 14 rushes, 93 yards.
Yeah. That's impressive for somebody who just got to the offense.
That's what they have to mix it up with.
If you're one of the best runners ever, it's gonna show. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna show. So
the Lions had a chance to win that game. That boy Swift dropped.
Oh, well, look, we gonna get there. Let me see. As far as the receivers, Anthony Miller, never even heard of him. 4 receptions, 76 yards for the Bears.
The one they drafted. He was one supposed to be good.
So I mean, he put up a touchdown, 76 yards. You know what I'm saying? And then Danny Amendola was they relieving receiver on the opposite side. But I'm not gonna lie, Matthew Stafford spread that thing around. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players had at least 3 catches. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, Hawkinson, the tight end.
Yeah.
What do you do?
5 for 56 in the touchdown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he spread the ball around. There was no reason why Detroit should have lost this game. Just what you said. He threw a wide open pass to the running back. Come out the flat.
The rookie, yeah.
And he
just dropped it.
DeAndre Swift can ball too, but you know.
Yeah, he just dropped it. Hey, moment's probably too big for him right there. Ain't no telling, man.
Shout out to AP.
With no fans.
Yeah, with no fans.
Green Bay, Minnesota.
Aaron Rodgers was in rare form.
I only seen the highlights.
Was that rare form or is that just the Aaron Rodgers we expected?
Well, you know, last year he was different.
Because of the defense was carrying them. Yeah. Carrying the team, not him. I'm saying carrying the team. The defense was carrying the team.
He had 4 racks last year passing, if I'm not mistaken.
He know he got something to prove.
Aaron Rodgers.
32 of 44, that's 72% completion with 364 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
And I don't even feel like Devontae Adams is the number 1 receiver.
What? How you feel like he's the number 1 receiver?
No. He's the number 1 in that offense.
He was hurt a lot last year, too.
He's the number 1 in that offense.
14 receptions, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns.
He's the number 1 in that offense, but is he a number 1 on other teams?
Hell yeah! What?
I do believe.
I do.
No wait, I do believe he could go to the other teams and be a number 1. But we talked about this, I think, like 2 weeks ago with Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? We know what Odell is capable of, but look what he's got to play with. He's now got to play with.
Aaron Rodgers make you better. That's what I'm saying.
Of course.
I'm not arguing.
So
I believe in Devontae Adams. I believe that if he stayed healthy, he could be arguable top 5. But
you said something about Brady.
You said what?
I said something about Brady was a beef when I said he made the receivers. He just said basically the same thing.
You had a beef with that?
Come on. Listen to who we talking about. Like, me and you can go back and forth on something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
gotcha.
Argue with fools. You know what I'm saying? Kirk Cousins, 19 of 25, 259 yards and 2 touchdowns.
We're going to argue with fools, but I'm going to get an apology on the later episode tonight.
What was his attempts?
Are you?
Oh, that's crazy.
What was his attempts?
19 of 25. So
he's sorry to me regardless.
Come on.
You still like Kirk?
I don't care. I don't care what he do. He trash.
Before y'all get that, Dalvin Cook, 12 of 50. Adam Thielen receiving 6, 110 and 2 touchdowns. Go ahead.
No. Hey, I'm not agreeing. I'm talking about you. Golf or Kirk?
Kirk.
All right then.
Kirk.
That's different though.
I just want to see where you're
I go Kirk too. I go Kirk too. Good Jared Goff, sorry.
Dalvin Cook got to put up more yards. He had 2 touchdowns, but last year he was their offense.
Did the Vikings?
They didn't another receiver. I mean, they got Thielen.
They played Green Bay.
43-34.
So they won the division.
There was no defense played in this game.
So we already picked 2 winning divisions, right? That's on record too.
Yeah, we already did.
Okay,
we already did. No, we definitely did.
Last week we had to.
Miami and New England. Cam.
Oh,
Cam.
Cam.
Hey, Cam did his thing, man. I think
Fitzpatrick, 20 of 30, 191 yards, 0 TDs,
Patriots.
3 interceptions.
12 and 4.
Let me see. Matter of fact,
Patriots 12 and 4.
let me look at their squad.
Miles Gaskins, 9 for 40. Devontae Parker, 447. He was the leading receiver. Nothing that the Dolphins did in that game was like, oh my God, they look better on offense. On offense.
I know, but look at their squad though.
I agree.
All you boys to say Byron Jones is gonna be still top tier. What he do in that game?
I mean, listen. He was top tier for a while, and did he do something memorable to memorable to you?
He did nothing for the Cowboys, man, to be top tier. For people say he was top tier.
Listen, I'm just saying, bro.
He was getting caught on, and his head was away from the ball every time he get caught on. Okay. Touchdowns.
But I don't understand. I don't understand how you do nothing, but you the number 1 cornerback in free agency. That don't make sense to me.
You talking about
cornerbacks must have been sorry last year or something.
Byron Jones.
Cornerbacks must have been sorry. I mean, everybody had that one good year. We had Skandrick. Skandrick had one good year and went somewhere else.
No. We're not gonna play Byron Jones like he.
Cam Newton, 15 of 19, 78% completion, 155 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions.
He ain't got nobody to throw to though.
On
That's
the ground, 15 for 75 and 2 touchdowns on the ground.
What was Edelman's stats?
Julian Edelman, 5 for 57.
He had the highest receptions?
Yeah. I mean, well, he tied for the high. Him and N'Keal Harry both had 5 apiece.
Put it like this. Cam, I mean, it's just gonna be Cam. That's it.
I'm not looking for Cam to go throw 350 yards a game. I'm sorry.
Give me at least 250.
No, fact, but that's if you don't have 2 rushing touchdowns.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying that's Cam got. He gonna have to. Nobody on the team.
Facts.
He gonna have to. That's gonna be his game. They gonna read option. Read option. If you play him like it's college.
Listen, Bill Belichick is great for playing to his competition. He don't play down to his competition. He just adjusts to his competition. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking to see more from Cam. If they have a winning record, I could see him being in the MVP conversation, but not winning it. You know what I'm saying? So Philadelphia, Washington.
They both trash. Washington trash. I don't want to hear nothing about Wentz.
What's Washington?
I don't want to hear nothing about Wentz.
Haskins.
No.
He throwing pick after pick.
The Washington football team.
There we go.
Washington football team.
We had a debate here. Who did I debate with? Who was better, Dak or Carson Wentz? Was it him?
It was me and Bama. I'm taking Wentz. I get it. Wentz did not play a good game whatsoever.
Because we know he got a better arm overall. Or you just think he's a better player?
He's a better quarterback overall.
Everything, all the intangibles.
Okay, I mean, obviously
he has the better talent. He has the better talent.
As far
but you got to prove that.
Nah, listen, I agree.
Now Cam got more talent for sure. Cam got.
No, he talking about Dak and Wentz.
I mean Dak. I'm sorry, Dak got more talent for sure. Dak got more talent. Yeah, Amari Cooper, a legit number 1. Michael Gallup is a solid.
No. We ain't talking about teams. I'm talking about individual quarterbacks.
Oh.
I ain't talking about teams. I'm just saying individual quarterbacks. Like who you think more talented?
Carson Wentz.
So I'm saying
he can throw the 5-yard routes, the 10-yard route. He can hit all that.
He's more accurate. I mean,
he is more accurate.
He's more accurate.
We've seen games where he fall into such a slump, and you just like, damn, what happened?
Washington,
24, 42, 57% completion, 270 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Their leading rusher was Boston Scott. I'm sorry, no. 9 rushes, 35 yards.
You cut AP.
Who did? That was Philly. That was Philly.
Oh, that's Philly stuff.
We finna get to Haskins in just a second.
I'm not even gonna blame that game on Carson Wentz.
How come you not?
I heard Chase Young was on his back all game.
I mean,
that's not an excuse for it.
It's not an excuse for you to lose to the Redskins.
Is he the sole reason? Is he the sole reason why they lost? No.
Ryan Kerrigan. They said Ryan Kerrigan was on his neck too. It was a lot of pressure. They said it was a lot of pressure. I'm not gonna put it all on him if you getting pressured like that.
The defense did what they supposed to.
I think they had like 6 sacks.
They was up like 17-0 though.
They had what, 1.5.
That's what make it bad because they was up 17-0 and lost like 20. I think it was 23-17, 23-20 or something like that.
They had 8 sacks.
Truth be told, week 1 don't mean nothing to me. Talk to me week 6.
I'm not saying it because I'm saying there's certain situations you look back and you say to yourself, well, if you just did what you're supposed to week 1, you'd either been a number 1 seed or been out, or in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I give you 2 weeks to get it right. True, especially now that we ain't have a preseason.
Yeah, 2 weeks to get it right.
After that, Haskins, 17 of 31.
He the black quarterback that I don't think got it.
All right.
Like, give me Lamar Jackson over him.
Is the situation have anything to do with it?
Nah, give me Lamar Jackson over him. And you know how I feel about him.
Of who?
Dwayne Haskins.
Are you just talking about winning? Or are you talking about to be groomed?
If I had to groom one, give me Lamar.
I mean, I
take Lamar Jackson. I don't care.
Give me Lamar.
I'm just asking. I mean, like I say, just listen. He doesn't have a Greg Roman. I'm not advocating that he should. Huh?
And Greg, offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Greg Roman. He doesn't even have a Hollywood Brown. Like I'm just.
You feel like Greg Roman is like elite offensive coordinator?
Now he is, most definitely.
Oh, because there was a point Alex Smith had him and he wasn't getting it. I got you.
Alex Smith was in the playoffs off and on.
No, this when he was 40.
I know, I got you.
It was like the first 6 years when he was struggling.
I got you. Let me see. Raiders versus Carolina. Listen, look, we're not finna spend too much time on this. I'm gonna just go ahead. Okay, Ruggs came in with 3 receptions, 55 yards for his debut. Outside of that, Derek Carr, another 70% completion game. He threw for 70% last year in the regular season. So 22 of 30.
You ain't had to say that to me like that.
No, I'm just saying we had.
They were still 5-12 though. One thing.
Listen, I'm not advocating.
Because he made your list for top 5.
Top 6 quarterbacks.
It was 6 or thought it was 5.
No, we did 6. See, so don't look. If you're gonna quote me on the episode, at least get it right. He didn't even show up with the 6 quarterbacks.
First of all, we ain't going there.
All right, Teddy,
I had all 6.
What was
Teddy Bridgewater, 22.
It was last year. I had my 6
22
too.
of 34, 270 yards and a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 23 carries for 96 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I would say
Christian McCaffrey back in his form. Teddy Bridgewater does appear so far. It's only been one game. He does appear so far to be better than what they had last year, and I feel like has a chance to prove that he could potentially be top tier.
They lost.
You talking about Christian McCaffrey or Teddy Bridgewater?
Yes, they lost. I don't nothing to do with nothing, but yeah, 34-30 they lost. Yes, they lost.
So what was it? What was his percentages?
His percentage was 64% complete. So 22 of 34, 270 yards and 1 touchdown. Like nothing glaring about. Four carries for 26 yards. Again, nothing glaring about that. But I just him and.
So what was Derek? How Derek Carr?
22 of 30, 239 and a touchdown.
Carr.
Yeah.
What about Jacobs? Josh Jacobs.
25 of 93. I did miss that, and 3 touchdowns. I did miss that.
They said 3.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I did miss that. Let me see who we got. Indianapolis and the Jags.
Minshew was 19 for 20. We getting lost. 19 for 20. Getting lost in stats. 3 touchdowns. Don't get lost in stats.
He did his thing.
Don't get lost in the stats.
He did his thing, man. That's probably gonna be his best game, but he did his thing
of his career. 173 yards though.
He did good though. How many picks Phillip though?
2. Yeah, he threw 2 interceptions.
He good for 2 a game. He like Winston.
He threw 78.
I'm not.
Gunslinger. They gonna win your game.
No. You're not gonna put a Hall of Famer
and lose one.
You're not gonna put a Hall of Fame in the category with somebody who we ain't even gonna talk about after next.
I'm just talking about throwing wise.
Okay.
He a gunslinger.
After next week.
After next week what?
But he's talking about going to miss you. You said we ain't gonna talk about it next year.
No.
I'm talking about
you talking about Jameis Winston and Phillip Rivers.
We ain't gonna talk about Jameis Winston after next year.
Oh, yo, bad. Marlon Mack got injured, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a notable name. Himes, which was notable for last season, a 2-headed monster in the backfield. Himes put up 7 of 28, but he had a touchdown, so he didn't do anything. T.Y. 4 of 53, Jack Doyle 3 of 49. I mean, like, there was absolutely nothing impressive. But Phillip Rivers, with the 2 interceptions, managed to throw 78% completion with 363 yards. I mean, I'm not patting him on the back because he did have the 2 interceptions, but
Phillip, we know what you'll get out of Phillip. Phillip gonna throw that ball. He gonna chunk that ball.
16 of 62 for James Robinson for on the ground for just because Fournette is no longer there for Westcott. But I mean, again, there's nothing impressive here anywhere on this depth chart. I'm sorry.
Talking about for the Jags.
Yeah, Cleveland versus Baltimore.
They are who we thought they were.
Both teams.
Both teams, basically. I mean, hey man, I don't know. I seen highlights. I mean, the fact still remains.
Robert Griffin III, 100% completion with 1 pass for 9 yards.
That's your boy. He missed RG3.
No, I do not. Oh yeah, I miss playing against him for that win. Yeah. Hey, Lamar Jackson 20 of 25, 275 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mark Ingram 10 of 29. Lamar Jackson 7 of 45.
Hey, hear me clearly. Baker's trash. All right.
I'm done. J.K. Dobbins, the new addition. 7 rushes for 22 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Marquise Brown 5 of 101 yards. Willie Snead 4 of 64. I mean, in a touchdown. Mark Andrews, again, the tight end, leading you in touchdowns. On the other end, Baker Mayfield, 21 of 39, 53% completion, 189 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. On the ground, Kareem Hunt led the team over Nick Chubb with 13 carries for 72 yards. Jarvis Landry, 61, and Njoku, 50, and Odell, 22. Listen. Odell, if you don't get out of there, your career's over.
Hey, I seen something on ESPN. They said it's rumors they talking about trading him.
Baker trash.
Baker's trash, bro.
Baker's trash.
Answer me this before we move on, because I'm not gonna spend. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. They've drafted how many quarterbacks since 2000?
10.
Okay, how many?
Brandon Weed.
Something like that. A lot.
You don't have to name all. So how many of them have looked good? Here's my question: eventually, do we get to blame the organization?
They drafting
pass.
No.
Being passed.
Because
every organization.
It's only a question.
I had to say this on record.
Every drafting, bro.
Every organization in Cleveland.
Is that my fault?
Every organization in Cleveland is trash, except for the Indians.
Facts.
Maybe.
Facts.
Right? I think they made. And you know what? They probably ain't made the playoffs in the past 10 years.
Man, I just told my partner earlier, bro. I said, man, they need to sell the Cleveland Browns to another city.
Facts.
And the Cavaliers.
And the Indians.
All right. Chargers versus Cincinnati.
I didn't see that game,
for
but
good reason. The score was 16-13.
I wanted to see AJ Green. I seen Joe Burrow break for a touchdown.
So and that was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
I seen him break a long.
Give me that from time to time, and you can add to what you're lacking, which is receivers. You know what I'm saying? Let me rephrase. His receivers aren't what they once were. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know. We're going to trade AJ.
AJ was hurt 1 year. We gonna see.
No, I'm saying trade AJ to bring in young talent around him.
You remember what happened with
Ocho
Cinco?
He want to win now.
Odell?
Bye. You remember what happened with Ocho Cinco?
What? When he
Ocho Cinco was
Foster Palmer left?
He wasn't good anyway. But I'm just saying, Ocho Cinco was here, and then
I ain't stuck.
And then everybody started to realize, okay, your route running and your route running and your catching are what carry you. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the black Julian Edelman. You know what I'm saying? Like
not super fast. You run great routes.
And every year he just started to diminish. And I think that's what AJ Green is. I think like
he's still cold though. He ain't trash.
I'm not arguing that. All I'm saying is like we have seen the peak of AJ Green, and yes, he was injured. We don't know for sure if he can ever get back to that level, but. Whatever you want to blame it on is what I'm saying. Like
he ain't never had a quarterback.
But Andy gave him a good night. Andy was slanging that thing to him. Andy trash.
Bro, he got one route.
Andy was slanging it to him.
Like people say, Randy can run is the fly. How Andy can throw is the fly. Anything else Andy had to throw, it wasn't getting it done.
So real quick, Tyrod Taylor, 16 of 30.
Boy,
no interception, no TDs. 53% completion, 208 yards.
He should switch his position.
Austin Eckler, I'm sorry. Tyrod Taylor and Austin Eckler are your starting running back and quarterback. I'm not poo-pooing on Austin Eckler, but if we just
poo-pooing on Austin Eckler.
But listen, all I'm saying is, look, you're not that.
Give me Danny Whitehead.
You're not that guy. You know what I'm saying? So Hunter Henry, the tight end was five catches for 73 yards. That was the highlight of Keenan Allen 437. Like that's not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? For Joe Burrow, 23 of 36, 63% completion, 193 yards, 0 TDs, 1 interception. Okay, but then he had 8 rushes for 46 yards and a TD on the ground. Joe Mixon, nothing special, 19 of 69. Giovanni Bernard had one carry. We're not even gonna do it. AJ Green, 5 of 51. Tyler Boyd, 4 of 33. Like there's nothing on either roster that makes me think, oh my gosh, like y'all are on the incline, which we knew that about the Chargers anyway. Joe Burrow, you're going to need help. Who we got? Tampa Bay versus New Orleans.
I watched
that whole game. I thought it was going to be a good game.
I enjoyed it.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a bad one. It wasn't a bad one overall. People was like, Brady look normal now, this and that. I was like, hey.
Look, Brady put up these numbers last season. 23 of 36, 63% completion, 239 yards, 2 TDs. Now, I will say the only thing that he did not do, you know what I'm saying, that like uncommon from last season, he threw 2 interceptions. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But Brady warned everybody going into this game, like, hey, we're not on the same page yet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not giving him an excuse, but I'm just saying, like, if you come out and say something like, oh, we're not on the same page yet, you know what I'm saying, and you throw those 2 interceptions, which looked abysmal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not okaying it, but I'm just like, okay, well, you did tell us.
Both of them defenses made some great plays, though. Like, Brady took a lot of hits. Brady was getting lit.
Yeah.
Mike Evans ain't had no catches, did he?
I think he had a couple. I think he had probably.
I think he had one catch for 2 yards. LaShawn McCoy, one catch for 2 yards.
He playing hurt too though.
Rob Gronkowski, 2 of 11. Leonard Fournette, 1 of 11. These are all receiving. Ronald Jones, 2 of 16. OJ Howard, 4 of 36, and Chris Godwin, 6 of 79. Only one that had a touchdown was OJ Howard in the air. On the ground, okay, y'all went and got Leonard Fournette.
And
y'all went and got LaShawn McCoy. And I understand, okay, hey, we're going to let the young guy, you know what I'm saying, the young talent run the ball. Listen, I'm telling you.
Jones was balling for him. Jones started off great. Jones had a good
17 of 66, you know what I'm saying, 3.9, on the ground. That's not bad, you know what I'm saying? That's a little better than probably rushing average. But I'm just saying, like, why go get Leonard Fournette and McCoy, and then you only rush the ball, 26 times?
Yeah. I guess because they feel like they behind. But I don't.
Behind, they don't know the system either. They got Fournette with might even. 4 days ago?
According to Brady, don't nobody know the system. So, look, you know what I'm saying?
Like, AP had 93, 14 carries. He just got in, too.
Facts, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think more so it was a division game. The Saints got up for that game. The Saints wanted to make sure Tom Brady knew that it was still their division. And I feel like we read off the schedule for them. Like, I feel like the most dangerous game is going to be the Saints.
It's going to be the Saints.
And I still feel like...
They play them twice.
Right. I still feel like they can win that division.
They play the Chiefs, don't they?
They play who?
They play the Chiefs. The Bucs play the Chiefs, don't they?
I think, the Chiefs.
I think they do.
Drew Brees, 18 of 30, 60% completion, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, understand something. The day that we see a Saints offense put up 34 points and Drew Brees only had 18 completions, this is first and last. First, 160 yards.
Gotta be.
Latavius Murray, 15. Latavius Murray, 15 of 48. Alvin Kamara had a rushing TD. Jared Cook, 5 of 80. Alvin Kamara, 5 of 51 on the ground with another touchdown. So he had 1 on the ground, 1 in the air. Michael Thomas, 3 of 17.
Yeah, I think he got hurt too.
Emmanuel Sanders, 3 of 15. So, I do believe, these numbers will change dramatically. I didn't even realize they had Ty Montgomery, but I do believe these numbers will change dramatically. Latavius Murray probably will be their leading rusher this season.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. But I'll say this too, though. I think that I don't think Michael Thomas is going to have anywhere near 140 receptions again. I think he'll be closer to the low end of 100. Yeah. And then Jared Cook's receptions will probably go up because they do have Emmanuel Sanders.
Jared Cook got something to prove, too.
You know what I'm saying? So,
from last year.
So, matter of fact, I'm predicting this now. It's not really that bold, but I don't think Michael Thomas will have 100 receptions because of what they've added.
How hurt is he?
Michael Thomas?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was injured.
Yeah.
If he's injured, he definitely won't see 100.
He got injured in the fourth quarter, I think.
Yeah, it's something with his ankle.
Cardinals versus San Francisco. Shout out to that boy Kyler.
Hey, that boy D hot ball. That for me on fantasy.
Them catches.
14 catches for 51 yards. Larry Fitzgerald, 4 of 34. Kyler Murray on the ground, 13 rushes for 91 yards. Kenyon Drake, 16 of 60. Kyler Murray had a rushing TD.
Yeah, he did.
26 of 40, 65% in the air. 230 yards, TD in the interception.
Arizona looked real good, bro.
They did.
Arizona looked real good. Indeed. I mean, D-Hop is your first game. It's a new system. He ain't missed a beat. He fit right in.
Fact. I mean, but look, we say earlier, when you're that great, you know what I'm saying? It don't take a whole bunch. But also, it does help when they contort the offense to your strength.
They gotta listen. If you want to win, you gonna put an offense in that fits your quarterback.
True.
Right?
True.
You're not gonna say, hey, come in. Let's be honest. You don't draft a player and say, hey, we're gonna fit him to do A, B, and C. No, you gotta draft a player and then fit him. Right?
I agree.
Make the system fit him.
Let me see. Jimmy Garoppolo, 19 of 33, 57% completion, 259 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Raheem Mostert, 15 of 56 on the ground. He cannot be your leading receiver.
Is that you feel?
Mostert had 56 yards on the ground, but he had 4 receptions, 95 yards in the air. You know what I'm saying? So one of them went for 76 yards. So that's where the bulk of his receiving came in.
Debo Samuel hurt. He supposed to come back by week 3 or 4. Other than that, y'all let go of Emmanuel Sanders. They don't know the receivers. Y'all got Kittle, and I think Kittle got hurt too.
They got number 3s over there for Jimmy G. They all number 3s.
Did they pick up Jordan Reed, the tight end?
He stay hurt.
He stay hurt too.
No question. All I'm asking is, you know what I'm saying, that is another target, red zone or something like that. That is another body you might have to keep.
They got Mostert, Tevin Coleman, Jimmy G.
Listen, they got Jerry McKinnon coming out the
Kittle hurt, but Debo hurt too. So
I feel you. I'm just saying that ain't.
Got a defense. That's what they got.
Listen, exactly. So it was a close game, 24-20. Who we got? Dallas
was Sherman on D-Hop? Because Dion back to the fold.
If he was, it still makes sense. Like, we're not gonna talk about Sherman like he's locked up everybody that he's ever stood in front of, bro. Like, Sherman has had some abysmal games. He's had a lot of great games, but he's had some abysmal games too. So 14 of 151, even if it was all on Sherman, I understand.
If you got arguably 2 Hall of Fame safeties, your corners ain't got to be that good. Honestly, not saying Sherman not good.
I agree though.
But
you talking about Chancellor and Earl?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I agree. Dallas.
We'll be locked down.
25 of 39. Dak Prescott 266 yards and 1 TD. Jared Goff 20 of 31, 275 yards, no TDs, 1 interception.
Boys' defense is trash. Our front seven good on paper. Our DBs is trash. Period. We need to, bro. I was pissed off when we picked up Brandon Carr practice squad. I said we're gonna lose. I swear to you, bro. I'm not lying. I called my brother, called my partner. They was like, man, what you think about this game? What you think about Sunday? I said, bro, we just picked up Brandon Carr to practice squad.
So here's my
Jordan
thing.
Lewis hurt. We're going to lose.
Did they ever say that Brandon Carr was looking to play cornerback, or they gonna put him at safety?
I don't care where he's at.
Well,
Brandon Carr is trash.
Here's why I asked him. He played at safety, I think, for like 4, maybe 5 games.
Baltimore?
No, for Dallas.
When?
Bro, when his second to last season with Dallas, he played safety for like 4 or 5 games consecutively.
That's what he's supposed to be playing, I think.
Honestly, yes, I agree. But I'm saying if they're gonna try him out at safety, you can't be opposed because who are our safeties?
Bro, we just need to go sign Earl Thomas.
I agree, but
is it the Cowboys can't afford Earl Thomas?
Man, Jerry better pay him out under the table.
He gonna play for league minimum for a year. He getting $10 million from Baltimore.
So it don't matter. He getting $10 million from there. He gonna play for a league minimum. He gonna play for incentives too. They ain't for anybody.
Ezekiel Elliott, 22 rushing attempts, 96 yards and 1 touchdown. Amari Cooper, 10 of 81. He looked like he was pretty much back in to his form. He did have a drop, I'm pretty sure, in there somewhere. I thought he did anyway.
Nah, it wasn't necessarily a drop. Jalen Ramsey hit him as soon as he caught it.
That's what it was. Nah, Jalen Ramsey got a hand on it. Matter of fact, you're right. Jalen Ramsey got a hand on it. Good defensive hand.
Oh, and then he won Actor of the Year. Flopping ass.
Hey, he definitely won Actor of the Year, bro. But we shouldn't have been in that position.
Flopping harder than Jokic. Let Patrick Beverly
been in that damn position, bro. Point blank period. Everything is new.
Jalen Ramsey out there looking like Reggie Miller and shit.
Right.
I'm not trying to give him no excuse. Only thing that looked normal was Zeke running the ball. Everything else look out of sync.
Correct. I will say this too though. CeeDee Lamb did show to be a rookie. There were some routes that he kind of ran flat on.
Yeah.
One being the 4th down that they was trying to pick up, and he ran in front of the first down line.
Michael Gallup did not push off
though. That pissed me off. I was like, damn, Gallup's. CeeDee's
debut 5 of 59, 11.8 yards per average. Michael Gallup did still shine with 16.7 yards per average. He only had 3 receptions.
So what do you think about that?
That would have probably put him over. You know what I'm saying, at 100. You know what I'm saying? So
what you think about that damn that coaching play that he called?
He took a chance early in the season.
Listen,
I don't know. Listen, it's a whole 4th quarter left.
I agree.
Tie the game up.
I agree.
It's a whole 4th quarter to play.
I agree, but it's early in the season.
I'm not going to sit here and argue preference. As a group, as a unit, society shunned and scrutinized Jason Garrett because of what he wasn't willing to do. I'm not about to watch society sit here and do the same thing. Like, it's a preference call, fam. Like, if they would went for it and got it, what would everybody been saying? Not you, but what everybody been saying? Everybody been, oh my God, we needed to get rid of Jason Garrett because he was scared to go for it on 4th down where Mike McCarthy would.
Yeah, but these people don't know. These people don't know basketball. I mean, no football. They don't know sports.
Well, you can't say that because
you got a whole 4th quarter, bro.
We always pat somebody on the back. Bill Belichick. When you get it, oh yeah, that's a great job. And then as soon as he sat out, he started a practice squad player in the Super Bowl. He won him the game. He sat that same practice squad player who became a Pro Bowl cornerback. You know what I'm saying? He sat him down, and his Gronkowski and Brady.
Bill Belichick and Mike McCarthy we're talking about.
But listen to what I'm saying though. We pat him on the back when it works. We always get upset when it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? That's preference.
I mean, of course. Of course. What you think is the question?
I still don't know.
You had to make that.
So is he a good? So is he a good or bad coach? So is he a good or bad coach?
I'm not judging off good or bad coach, but that play, that shit was trash.
Game 1.
I don't care if it's game 1, bro. You
don't want him to
make a statement.
You don't want him to have big balls
in weeks.
Bro, what does that do? Nothing.
Like you're not afraid. You gotta go for it.
You got like 9 minutes left.
I agree.
And you not driving.
But y'all don't want him to be aggressive. Do y'all want him to be passive or aggressive?
He should have did.
Do y'all want him to be passive or aggressive? Do Cowboys fans want him to be passive or aggressive? That's what we gotta ask right now.
You can be aggressive, bro, but if you see, it don't matter. You see how the game was going.
If that 3 points is what lost you the game.
Didn't the field goal kicker miss a kick?
He did early in the game.
Actually,
both teams.
If we talking game 1 and he was too aggressive, we go game 2, same situation, and he don't go for it, he gonna get knocked again,
bro. I'm not saying that we just stopped him. I'm just saying that one play.
I got you.
Think about it. Okay, think about it. We took that field goal, one play, we won overtime.
I agree.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. He can be aggressive.
Why Marcus Smart shot 13 threes?
All right.
I mean,
wait, real quick. Let me finish this one. Malcolm Brown, 18 carries for 79 yards.
That was the problem.
2 touchdowns. Yeah, we couldn't stop the run. Stay line. Robert Woods, 6 for 105. Cooper Kupp, 4 for 40. Like, ain't nothing really to brag about outside of Robert Woods. To me,
man, that defense looked like some.
No, it did.
Pee Wee little league team. It did,
but me and you, well, I think the three of us can agree whether it was or was not a BS call. We not blaming that loss on the call.
No,
we not loss on the call.
Okay.
No.
You don't put yourself in that situation.
Pittsburgh, New York.
Like I said. Pittsburgh, New York. Man, the Giants, boy.
I heard
that boy, how many times he get sacked?
Was throwing down.
How many times he get sacked? Because that defense.
Come on, Daniel Jones.
Steelers might make some noise. Steelers defense is nice.
Their defense always nice.
Their defense is nice.
They are.
They replaced Ryan Shazier?
When they picked up Medical Fitzpatrick, when they traded for him, which we should have.
Oh my God,
boy, hey, they changed it, bro.
I'm gonna say this.
He was catching pick after pick last year.
They built their team according to what they're gonna have to play 2 times a season, what might make a Super Bowl run. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore. That's what they built the team. Young, athletic players that's gonna get to the ball, whether it's in the air or on the ground.
But the thing about that,
yes, but he
can't stay healthy.
Snell had 19 carries for 113 yards.
Snell nice.
He did his thing.
Roethlisberger, 21 of 32.
He's gonna be able to be the big man at the same quarterback.
21 of 32, 65% completion, 229 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Make it easy on you.
Juju Smith, 69, 2 touchdowns.
Like the
Giants. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Daniel Jones real quick. 26 of 41, 63% completion, 270 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. On the ground, 4 of 22. He was their leading rusher. Now, here's the thing.
You asking him to throw the ball too much.
I agree with that, but understand something. The Giants had a 19-play drive that ended on an interception. They was like 7 or 8 yards away from the end zone.
Yeah.
He got rushed, and I mean the defense for Pittsburgh was gassed. It was fatigued. The defensive tackle or maybe defensive end made a last-ditch effort, Williams, to make it to Daniel Jones, who just lobbed the ball up, it got batted, and it ended in an interception. I will say this. I can tell you Jason Garrett is their offensive coordinator. Saquon Barkley, 15 carries for 6 yards. And then they said that he, on half of their first downs, he ran the ball. Okay, if it wasn't for the one catch Saquon had that went for maybe it went for 30, I was going to say 40 yards. It went for 38 yards. So 6 catches, 60 yards. He had 1 go for 38 yards. He wouldn't have even really been in the game if that was the case. I'm sorry. You go from Zeke to Saquon Barkley. They have a lot of similarities. I don't care who you got as 1 or 2. But you still have one of the 2 best running backs in the league, and you still can't get it done. It's on the offensive end. Daniel Jones did not look that bad to me. He shows potential. But his offensive coordinator is Jason Garrett, so I'm sorry, you won't have much of a career.
It's gonna be hard.
Like I say, Pittsburgh, I think that if they stay healthy, they can give Baltimore a run going into the playoffs. Last and least, Tennessee versus Broncos.
I seen the first play.
I seen that whole game.
Not even the first play. I seen the drive, and Ryan Tannehill had 2 good third downs. He ain't do nothing else.
Denver, even without Von Miller, Denver defense, they front 7 was nice. They still showed up and they was on Tannehill head.
Drew Lock, 22 of 33, 66%, 216 yards and a touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 15 of 78. I will now say that this probably is a good pickup. I wasn't seeing it at first, but if y'all gonna actually run, he only got 15 carries. But if y'all actually gonna run the ball, you know what I'm saying?
You know it's a running back committee. Him
facts, because
Philip
Lindsay had half his carries. He had 7. You know what I'm saying? So Jerry Jeudy, game debut, 456, no touchdown. I mean, it's about the same as what CD Lamb did. You know what I'm saying? Corey Davis.
Did Riggs have a better game for the?
No, he had about the same. I think he only had like 30.
He got hurt too. He got hurt.
Okay, so that Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs got hurt. Hey,
Ryan Tannehill, 29 of 43, real quick. 67% completion, 249 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. Derrick Henry, 31 for 116 on the ground. If you're gonna run him 31 times this season, a game like this was the opener, and you had to run him. First of all, your quarterback put up 43 passes, and you still gave your running back 31. Like that don't make sense.
70 plays. Your Lord, Jesus, why your running back should not be running the ball 30 times. 25 max.
He was the only running back that had any rushing attempt.
Oh my God, y'all gonna run him into the ground.
And then he had 3 catches for 15 yards. So it's not gonna work like that.
That's how I feel. That's how I still feel about Christian McCaffrey. He touched the ball too much. Like, I feel like he'll get hurt.
Facts. Man, look, it's week 1. I don't want to hear, oh my God, this team, or oh my God, my team, or we got to do this. It's week 1. We had absolutely no preseason. It shows, for the most part, if you had pretty much the same team coming into this season, you know, like you looked at about what you did last season. So it was a couple teams like the Washington football team that squeaked by with a win after being down 17-0. Like, and then you got the Cardinals, you know what I'm saying, beating the NFC champions from last season. But outside of that, there wasn't too many more surprising wins. Green Bay, Minnesota had a really great game. Anybody could have came out with that. And then, like I say, for Dallas and Rams, I think Rams were the favorite, not by much, but they pretty much.
They was the favorite by 2.5.
Oh, well, look, they won by 3. You know what I'm saying? So,
couple spread.
I mean, that's it. I mean, we'll see y'all next week. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Point Away Debates. Like, comment, subscribe. Look, we're gonna have to shorten these, you know, like down a little bit. I know we went through 16 games, but we was. I want to be closer to 30 minutes. We had like almost 40.
Almost 40.
Because it ran over a little bit, but below cargadgets.com. So yeah, maybe cargadgets.com. Use promo code GGS for 20% off your entire purchase. Clip.
We not drunk yet
at all. Are you drunk yet?